Breaking news. British fighter jets were dispatched to provide an airborne safety zone for Russian aircraft flying close to NATO territory. The Ministry of Defence in London reported on Friday that British Royal Air Force fighter jets had been called into action twice in the previous 24 hours to intercept Russian aircraft flying dangerously close to NATO airspace. Russian Il-20 reconnaissance aircraft and Su-27 fighter jet were flying close to NATO and Swedish airspace on Thursday evening, prompting the ministry to call for the deployment of RAF Typhoons based in Estonia and Swedish Gripen fighters to intercept them. It added that the Russian planes remained in international airspace and flew in a professional manner, despite the fact that they were not complying with international norms by failing to communicate with the relevant flight information regions, FIRs. Typhoons were launched once again on Friday to intercept two Russian transport planes headed south from Russia's mainland towards Kaliningrad, a Russian exclave sandwiched between NATO members Poland and Lithuania. Later, while still flying south from mainland Russia over the Gulf of Finland and the Baltic Sea, the Typhoons were re-tasked to intercept two Tupolev Tu-22M bombers and two Su-30 fighter aircraft. The Russian planes were failing to liaise appropriately with local FIRs, again, the ministry said. According to the announcement, the Russian plane was escorted by planes from Finland, Sweden, Portugal, and Romania. UK Defence Secretary Ben Wallace said, "These intercepts are a stark reminder that the RAF is always ready to defend our skies and those of our allies." Wallace also noted that the coordinated action by several air forces demonstrated the value of international alliances. The wings of an airplane can be attached to the body in one of two standard places, either above or below the plane's midline. Commercial planes typically have low wings for efficiency, but military transport planes have high wings. The distinction between low and high wing configurations. Low wing and high wing aircraft are functionally similar because of their shared goal of creating lift while in flight. However, there are significant differences between the two setups. Important consideration must be given to the placement of the low wings, which are located just below the fuselage's midsection. Between the passenger cabin and the cargo hold is an attachment point for the wing structure, which consists of a central wing box that integrates with the fuselage. This arrangement provides a home for landing gear components in the wings and wing box while also minimizing disruption to the cabin. In addition to being more aerodynamic, low wings make it simpler to service and inspect the aircraft's engines during turnarounds at airports. High wings, on the other hand, extend well above the fuselage's center and are typically flatter to increase the craft's vertical distance above the ground. This setup makes it possible to work more securely on rocky ground. However, the wing structure's importance goes beyond that because it allows for unimpeded access to the fuselage, which in turn allows for efficient cargo transportation.